Bay Buccaneers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back. Here, this will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready?
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Check.
Protein spill. Get it.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Running right, Jones. Space to maneuver at the 40. That one good for 33 and a first. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Now a first down carry by Jones. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get him.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Look at me. Go, go.
The first carry for DeAndre Washington. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Set, ready, 50, plant. You don't know no better. Yes, yes.
5-2's the mic. Mike 5-2, Mike 5-2.
Check. X3, 218, chopper.
6.
Cut.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Go now. 18, Gator. 52. Go. Fire.
Washington on 3rd and short. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
dudes.
6-6, pull it hard.
51 to mine. 50.
Back to throw. Roberts going for it all. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
General West. Hey, Haywood.
To throw is Roberts. Throwing again. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Ready.
From the gun, Roberts. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Gay's kick is good. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Wentz now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Hey, seam 6. Let's find 2.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Jabal Sheard wreaking the defensive havoc. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Hey, lock it. Shut down.
Jones. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
Ready? 90, Wolf.
Use the mic. Get the ball. Shift.
Go. Hey.
Here we go. No. Check that. We want Mike to turn it.
Here's Roberts. Throwing on 3rd and long. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Nigel Bradham in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
46 down, man. 5-4. 45.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz. He'll hit Jackson complete. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big play there for Philly. And even 60 yards.
First down.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Sunday.
To throw, it's Wentz. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On 2nd down, it's Howard. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here. Wentz. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
At the 27-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Under 10.
Hey, high 7.
2nd and 6. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Roberts now operating from the gun. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Roberts on 1st down, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Quick edge. Come.
80 weapons.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Fine.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually broke that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Check. Hey, Mike 52. I got one. 5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Screen. Watch the screen.
Looking to throw. Roberts. Open man has got it. It's complete. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 21.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a 1st.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, Mike 52.
Hey, wahoo.
52.
Now Roberts. From the gun, he'll throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Let's go.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check. Lucky.
Ready.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
On the set.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that top D.
Hey!
53's the Mike.
Bravo!
Check 53.
And
53's Mike.
let's go.
Back to throw. Roberts. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he will not bring it out. He'll just go down to a knee here for a touchback. And the ball will come out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Go. 120!
Silver. He's checking. Crash.
357.
Rush in.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
We own it. Check out read.
Throwing now is Wentz. It's caught by Aguilar. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And that touchdown drive happened very, very quickly. You knew that they had the quick strike ability. They showed it.
And for a defense that understands that, it still drives them crazy when it actually happens to them. Fast and furious, there came the points.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case. Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Here we go. Kill.
Topper!
They give it to Williams, running right. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
At the 22-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League.
93's the mic. 93's the mic. Hey, me and you all day. I'm coming after you.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. The penalty helps a bit, but still 8 yards to go on third down for this offense.
Stay at home. Stay at home. Stay.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Stop your whining.
Go.
To throw is Roberts. Operating from the gun. He sets to fire. And got his man. Complete. That's a first down and then some. A 32-yard pickup.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great. Let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt.
54 is Mike. 54.
Hey, Orbit.
54. Watch 54. Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there.
Here's Roberts on first and 10. And his throw is incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin. And it's second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Ready?
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Look at me. Zipper. Hey, Delta.
Mike 54.
Deep rip.
Roberts now to throw again. He'll let this go for the end zone. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The Bucs on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is third and 10.
Yes. 5.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go. Right there. 54.
5.
54.
Operating from the gun. Roberts airing this one out for Evans. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans with touchdown number 7 on the year. As his guys have cut the lead down to 2. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
82.
51 to Mike, boy. 51.
Here's Wentz to throw. Completes it to Aguilar. 11 yards there, first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Howard. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On second and 1, Wentz. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Throwing on first is Wentz. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
It's now second and 10.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on second and 10. To throw is Wentz. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. He was trying to get... Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. So that'll back him up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Again, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So